Hey, it's Yuka, and today I want to give you a tour of my office space and desk setup. Our office is pretty spacious. I share this with my husband here and we both work from home. Thank God we get along pretty well because we spend a lot of time in here together. So we have our desks facing each other, but we can't really see each other's faces when we're working because we have monitors here. This room is actually supposed to be the primary bedroom, but we use it for our office. For us, it made a lot more sense to make this room our office just because we spend so much time in here. We get the best natural light here. So let's talk about what's on my desk next. My entire setup is running on my MacBook Pro. It's M1 Max. The M1 Max has been amazing. I guess I've had it for a couple of years now because I got it when it just first came out. Apple Silicon has been a game changer, so I'm excited for every M2 and M3 that comes out every generation. I might upgrade to like an M4 Max when it comes out, but the M1 Max has been absolutely amazing for me. For the monitors, I have my Apple Pro Display XDR and the Studio Display connected here. They're both from Apple, so obviously it works great with the Mac. The colors are amazing. This XDR monitor is on top of its game, so I always edit on here. My editing software of choice is DaVinci Resolve, so I always have the full screen on this side, and then I might have like Discord or other apps open on here like Notion. For the keyboard, I have been using the HHKB Studio. I guess I've had it for like a couple months now, like 3 months. This video is not sponsored, but this keyboard was sent to me. So some of the cool features is that it has like the ThinkPad little button that can be a cursor. And then it also has a few buttons on the bottom side, so it acts kind of like your mouse, so you can right click or left click. Since this is a keyboard, you can actually remap to any button that you like. So I have it set to like a right click and a left click, but you could have keyboard shortcuts or any keystrokes that your heart desires can be remapped here. On the sides and the bottom, there are touchable areas. This also can be set to anything, but default is like scrolling and like up and down arrow keys. So for example, I can like touch this side to go up and down on this timeline. And this is set to like tab arrow, I think. So it like changes. Oh, it does a lot of things. And I obviously don't use it as much, to be honest, because it's not as accurate because you're kind of like scrolling like this instead of like keystrokes are like you can go one by one. The other peripheral that I am obsessed with and cannot live without is the Logitech MX Master 3. I've had this one for so many years and it's kind of disgusting. Like the rubber is like literally melting off, so I cannot show it up close. But this has been such an integral part of especially my editing process. And I say this because there's so many buttons that you can customize. I have all these shortcuts that I use for editing on the MX Master 3, so I can kind of move around the timeline really quickly, make edits, make cuts, and yeah, it just makes my life so much better. For example, I have these like thumb buttons set to the up and down arrow keys, so I can go like this. One button push goes one cut forward and backwards. So this is like so easy for me to do, and I don't have to take my hands off of the mouse on the right side, and then the left hand I can use like shortcuts on this side of the keyboard. So that is how I have been using the MX Master 3, especially for people who edit videos or even like photos and do repetitive keyboard strokes. I highly recommend using this mouse. I forgot to talk about the desk itself. Since we needed 2 desks that are identical, we could have gotten like regular desks, but that was a little expensive, and also like we didn't know if we wanted 2 desks forever. These are actually countertops that we bought from Home Depot, and I guess it was like maybe like $100 or $200 each. These legs are from a company called Floyd, and these come off really easily. It's actually tightened through this like lever system, so it's very sturdy, but it's very easy to take off when we need to. So it was really easy moving with this. I think we moved like 3 times within New York. Yeah, it's very versatile. So if we ever wanted to change this top part, so if we wanted a bigger size or a smaller size, or if we even wanted to make a dining table, we could still use the legs and have some other top part and keep on using whatever we have. So I think this was like a really great choice. The bottom part looks like this. This kind of like rope system is doing like a crisscross inside and holding the desk together. By the way, this is Pino. He is 5.5 years old. He usually hangs out with us when we're working in this room. Oh, nice stretch. Hi. Okay, we also have to talk about this chair, which we have 2 of. This is the Knoll Pollock chair, and we got it vintage. So we had to find 2 of the same exact thing in vintage, which was a little bit hard. We got it at different timings. I love this chair because it's not only very pretty to look at, it's very comfortable. I had no issues with it whatsoever, even though it's vintage. And I think it goes really well with the kind of black and wood theme we have going on. Behind here, so this is my side cart thingy. This is also a vintage bobby cart, also fitting with the black theme. And I love it because it has so many compartments for little things like memo pads, dongles, and stuff like that. I store things that I use on a regular basis, kind of like on the top. So here we have the Belkin like 3-in-1 charging station. This has the MagSafe charger, Apple Watch charger, and this is a Qi charger. You can charge phones, you can charge your earbuds. I have the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, which I love for vlogging. This is the AirPods Max that is on a little stand that is like a charger also. There's like this little thing that you put in the lightning socket. Like it charges through here, so I can just have it sitting here. Looks nice, and it also charges, so that's great. This is like a random mug that I got at Airbnb. My friend worked there. And I have like pens, rulers, scissors. These are little gifts from friends. This is a Among Us Lego piece, I guess. This is actually a 3D printed Pinot ornament. Isn't this so cute? It glows in the dark too. So this is from one of the community members that are in Japan. He also printed this really cool, this is also Pinot. It's a transparent Pinot brick mascot with oil inside, so you can kind of see like the liquid splashing around, but I have it sitting here. Okay, back to the cart. This is like a little tray that I got in Japan, but this has like random things like lip balm and eye drops that I might use on a regular basis. On the desk I have this like Notion calendar that I got from Notion. It's very cute, and I think it just kind of helps me see what date it is. When you're working from home every day and you're working for yourself every day, I honestly lose track of time, and I never know what day it is, what month it is. It just becomes all a blur. This actually comes in handy, but I do forget to flip it all the time. Over on this side, we have this shelving unit, also from Floyd. If you didn't know, I am the biggest fan of BTS, so I have, you know, BTS things here, like albums and other things. I have their photos. I could never throw this away because this is when I got a VIP ticket for permission to dance in Vegas on my birthday, so it was so amazing. I also have a bunch of like conference badges, which is Also very difficult to throw away because it's kind of reminiscent and very special to me. Apple badges and YouTube. This is Meta. This is Google. On this shelf, I have a bunch of tech things. These are all iPhone cases. These are all action camera related stuff. I think this is also action camera related stuff. Down here is also very crazy. I have a bunch of cases, a bunch of iPhones. This just really is the reality of being a tech YouTuber. A lot of like MagSafe accessories. This is the Canon V10 that I've made a video about. AirPods, Insta360, Goes, cables that need to be reorganized, but they are in this bin. Apple Fitness Plus merch, YouTube Shorts merch, and I have a bunch of books. This area is a little bit special because some of these books are written by my friends or I'm in it. Notion books that my friends wrote. This is an essay that my friend wrote. This blue one is me. It's very small, but I took this photo. I think I took this photo too. Like, I did not get compensated for this, but this is my friend, so she was like working with this publisher, I guess. But yeah, I love Korea, so I'm very happy to be in this guidebook. Okay, on this shelf, I have bigger books. If you didn't know, I used to work for Pinterest, so I have this like Pinterest yearbook. This is also like a yearbook from Pinterest. I haven't talked about like my career and my story, so I probably need to do that soon. But yeah, I used to work for Pinterest for like 5 years in Japan and San Francisco. This is a beer from Nothing. It's actually like very limited edition, I guess. I got it when I was in London, so I haven't opened it. I think it's just gonna be decor for now. This shelf is dedicated to my bias within BTS, J-Hope. It's like a little shrine here. And then some boring printer stuff here. Here I have my VR stuff. This is like all the MetaQuest things. So I have 2 MetaQuest 2s, 1 MetaQuest 3. And then these figures are actually of my friends. I guess she is my friend. I haven't met her yet, but they're VTubers called Omega Sisters, and they gave me these like figures. The quality is so incredible, and it like stands on its own with magnets, so it's very cool. This is our Google Nest Hub, and I primarily use it just as like a Google Photos player, like a digital photo frame. We just have like one shared album for my husband and I, and we just like put photos in here, and we just like, it's just like a very nice way to see photos. And you can like actually control your home with this too, but we don't really use that, honestly. You can also play music on here too with like Spotify. I need to find a better home for my Apple Vision Pro, but there is no space right now, so it's just sitting on top of this random MacBook Pro. This is the keyboard that I used to use before I switched to HHKB. These keycaps are the coolest. It's just like very cryptic. I love this color and these keycaps. So I might switch back, but I'm giving the HHKB a try right now. I have a very dusty DJ set that I need to dust off, and this like MIDI player that I've never used. And then I have a scanner and a speaker. I hope you enjoyed this little desk tour and room tour of my home office. Let me know if you have any questions on anything, and I'll have links of things that I talked about as much as I can in the description. Make sure you're subscribed if you want more tech things, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
I'm having the time of my life.